Have you ever wondered if the true key to success lies in being a specialist or being a master of many areas? Are you playing the wrong game, or are you playing the right one? In today's video, we'll explore one of today's greatest dilemmas. Should you be a specialist in one thing or a master in many areas? Get ready, because I'm going to show you why this dilemma is becoming increasingly important in the modern world. Technology has transformed the job market, and somehow, we've all been impacted by this change. Specialists have always existed and they will always be needed. But are you really preparing for the future, or are you becoming obsolete without even realizing it? We can't ignore the fact that the speed of innovation calls for something new, something more flexible. Generalists. Specialists are important, but who is leading those specialists? Who connects all the dots and makes things happen? Because in the end, being specialized in something doesn't give you the skills necessary to connect the different aspects of an organization or life. When we live in such a dynamic world, only those who learn how to adapt quickly and pick up new skills will be able to navigate the complexities of the present and future. If you're just a specialist, you might end up being left behind. You could become the piece that gets replaced by technology. Don't believe me? Just look at what has happened to many professionals over the last few decades. But don't be fooled. Being a generalist isn't about being good at everything and not good at anything. There's a false idea that generalists are those who have no focus. But the truth is that a true generalist knows enough to bring the pieces together and lead. Specialists can be brilliant in one area, but you need to be a generalist to coordinate various forces and make everything work efficiently. I'll tell you a story. I met a guy named Lucas. He had always been a specialist in electrical engineering, but he didn't know how to manage projects or lead teams. Until one day he found himself in charge of a huge project and realized he didn't know what to do with all the specialists around him. It was when he started learning other skills like leadership and communication that he realized the true power of being a generalist. Lucas began learning about other areas outside his specialization. He didn't become a master of everything, but he became good enough to lead on multiple fronts. He realized that he didn't need to be the best, he needed to be able to connect the best. Now he knew what he needed to work efficiently, delegate responsibilities, and understand the priorities of different areas. And that made all the difference. You can do the same. Here's what you need to become a true generalist. Learn the basics in many areas. It's not about being the best, but understanding enough to make informed decisions. Develop soft skills. Communication, leadership, and empathy are the skills that will allow you to connect and manage specialists. Be curious and adaptable. Don't be afraid to learn new things and reinvent yourself frequently. When Lucas started integrating these skills, not only did he improve his ability to lead, but he also became a true catalyst for innovation. He was able to unite different specialties, promote collaborative work, and transform the project. This didn't happen overnight, but when he became more than just a specialist, he began to see his career in a whole new light. He became the leader, not the doer. Being a specialist is valuable, but being a generalist who knows how to manage and adapt is the key to your success in a constantly changing world. If you specialize too much, you might become vulnerable to innovation. But if you know how to adapt, you'll be ahead of everyone. And what about you? Have you thought about how you can become a generalist in your field? Drop a comment below, like and share this video with someone you think needs to hear this. See you in the next video. The real question is not whether you should be a specialist or a generalist, but how will you adapt to a world that never stops changing? We live in an era where knowledge is multiplying at a speed never seen before, and those who don't learn how to navigate between specializations and new skills might be left behind. How are you preparing for that future? How can you ensure that no matter what your specialization, you will be ready to reinvent yourself? Because one thing is certain. The future will require you to be more than a specialist. It will require you to be a lifelong learner. Disruptive innovation is on our horizon. You've heard about it before, but what does it really mean for your future? Think of professions that didn't even exist 20 years ago, or technologies that haven't been created yet, but will have a massive impact on our lives. There's one thing specialists have in common. They work with what is already known, while generalists are the ones who embrace the unknown. They're not afraid to learn what they don't know, and that's the advantage that will take you much further, whether in a job, business, or in life. Specialists may be the key to advancing in specific fields, but generalists are the bridge to the future, because they know how to bring everything together and apply what they learn strategically. So how can you apply this to your personal success? What do you need to do now to ensure you're not just a specialist in what you do, but a competent generalist ready to face the challenges of the future? Start today by taking these first steps. Learn continuously. Don't settle for the knowledge you already have. If something new emerges, try to learn the basics about it. Never stop learning. Adapt quickly to change. The world doesn't wait. If you cling too tightly to your comfort zone, innovation will leave you behind. Cultivate curiosity. Always question the status quo. Ask yourself what more you can learn and how you can improve your approach. Find intersections. Where can your specialization intersect with other areas? How can you apply your knowledge in new and innovative ways? That's the secret to not just surviving, but thriving. By becoming a competent generalist, you'll be ready for whatever the future holds. The future isn't going to wait for you to get comfortable with your specialization. It's going to challenge you, push you into places you never imagined. But if you're a competent generalist, the only thing you'll do is adapt and grow faster than ever before. So if you want to be ready for what's to come, never stop learning, never stop growing, and most importantly, never stop reinventing yourself. And what about you? Are you preparing for the future, or are you still stuck on one path? Tell me how you're incorporating that generalist mindset into your life. Drop a comment below, and share this video with anyone you think needs to hear this. I'll see you in the next one.